Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and we're here with the May readings. So, what are we going to do this month? I have the Lemurian Star Child Oracle cards here that I've used before with you. The Golden Dawn Tarot and the Sibylla cards that you know. This is my trademark. And the runes. So we know that the 7th of May, there's a supermoon in Scorpio. And I'll be kicking off with a little description of what that means for every zodiac sign. And without any further ado, let's get to those readings. Thank you for joining me. Hey, Taurus. What is this supermoon? How will that supermoon affect you May 7th in Scorpio? Well, Scorpio for you represents the other, your personal encounters, one-to-ones, and the interactions you have with all kinds of people, whether they're platonic relationships or romantic relationships. Now, this full moon allows you, here you go, there's one right there, allows you to shine a light on interactions, particularly those that play into your broader social interests, your friendship circle, your network or friendship group. And you could be keen to talk about it and want to be talking about it. You'll be chatty. So let's take a look at what these cards have in store for you. The first one that flew out, Lemurian Star Child Oracle, is Divine Blueprint. This is source and source self-embodiment, inspiration. You are ready. You're really in your element, Taurus, because this is the month. We're coming into Taurus. We are in Taurus, as a matter of fact. What am I saying? And the other that I picked is awakening. Know who you are. Your DNA activation. This is a period, Taurus, that is inviting you to be yourself. Is inviting you to be who you are and just shine. Let's see what's in store for Taurus with this Golden Dawn Tarot for the month of May. Whoa, 1, 2, 3. 3 major arcana. We've got the Empress here. We've got the Empress. Look at that. The Empress, the Magician, the Page of Swords, the Lovers, the King of Cups, the Two of Coins. Well, look at this. Now, first of all, this is, like I said, this is your time. This is the time of Taurus. You're in your element, and this is extremely interesting. 3 major arcana out of 6. I see you as being involved with potentially a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, and an air sign too, or an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I find that the power you have in your hands, you can call your shots here. You can call your shots this month. And not only that, not only will you be able to call your shots, people will be listening. People will be listening. You've got their ear. So be prepared to let them know what you want. There will be many of you who are going to take it up to the next level, your romantic relationship. You may want to, well, 3 cards have flown out. I'll take those. You may want to take it up to the next level with a partner, for those of you who are not there yet. And change the cards on the table with them. I'm going to take these three that have fallen right on that two of coins. And I have here fidelity, disgrace, the house on fire there, and the vecchia signora, the old lady who speaks to positive change. It looks like you will not be taking any more crap from someone else. You will no longer, it's sort of as if you're giving them an ultimatum, you're giving them an ultimatum. Okay, if this choice, the Lover's card implies the choice, if we want to be together and change our status, change the way things occur, no more crap, no more crap. We have to vow and make and honor our vows. This is one side to this reading's story. Now, I've got this interesting major arcana here. The Lover's card is also a Lover's card, but it implies choice. I want to get a little bit more information about that. Okay, look. I've got the donna di servizio, the housemaid, the ladro, the thief, and the amica, the friend, who speaks to harmony. And it's so interesting because the way these have come out, they are coming out in the same way. Knighting each other, they're mirroring each other with this disgrace. They're mirroring each other with this thief who speaks to negative change. And what do they tell me? They're telling me that the romantic story that we mentioned and how you want to take it up to a different level is because something has happened and you don't want it to happen ever again. We have to make the decision. It's now or never. Either we go forward or, honey, this is it. I'm just going to walk away and never turn back. And this is very, very clear, Taurus. The way they have come out are very, very clear. You know who you are, and any other moment in time, more so than any other moment in time, being this a Taurus period, you actually understand that there are certain choices that you make and have to make because they're part of your blood. They are in your blood. They're in your blood, and you are ready. Your divine blueprint is your soul and your soul's journey. What you are and who you are and what your purpose here is in life. Goods and material goods are love for you. And when a person is your partner, you consider them as something that is yours as spirituality. They are love, and it's a sort of a property similar to material properties. This is the way you're thinking about it, even more so now, because I've given you enough slack. The rope has been pulled and pulled and pulled. The elastic band has been pulled, and it's not going to break, because I think we need to make a vow between both of us. We have to make a decision. If you decide not to do that, that's okay. I will walk away. And it's very, very, very clear. Let's see this Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is the belvedere future, the bright future, speranza, hope, and consoling surprise. You know, it looks like to me that the beginning of May especially is bringing you to understand that the light bulb on top of your head is going to shine. It's going to go off, and you're going to understand that that's right. I have to tell them. I've got to tell them. I've got to tell them what I think. They have to either accept or not accept. And what's interesting here is that it also pertains to a work ethic, the way you consider the work that you do, the way you consider going forward and putting your passionate energy in something. It is a quality that you have that will make your future workplace all the more better for you. You may be in line for a career hike in the future. Depending on what you do this month, your superiors, if you do have superiors and you're not in your own, I'm talking to people who are working in a larger company or for others, those people will be watching you this month. So bear that in mind. Let's take a look at the Empress. The Empress is such a beautifully creative energy in this month of May for you, Taurus. Okay, so we have gifts here. Omaggio di preziosi. We have gifts. They are love gifts. These are messages. These are messages that come to you. And just as I said, this is the Merchant. And the young lady who is the Virgin of the deck. And what does that mean? That means that the new elements that will be coming further down the line, the next month and the following month. By the month of July, things will be changing on the workplace. People are starting to take notice of you now in this month. And what I see is that you're not aware of it now because you haven't asked for it. You haven't, for those of you who work for other people, you haven't asked for it, and you're not almost not thinking that you can be in line for something like that. For those of you who have your own business, I've got news for you. The Magician is here, which tells me if you're trying to change and you want to launch a new product, a new methodology, a new way of selling a certain thing that you created, it is the time for that right now. Look at this. We've got the denaro, which is the safe, the 15th century safe. It also talks about a strong bond, a strong relationship. This is the donna maritata, the woman, married woman with children, who is a protective element. This is a protection. This is a person who has your interest, your best interest. This could be a woman or a male. And la riunione. Look, I'm seeing that for those of you who have your own business, it looks like there is an influential female in your realms that you will be dealing with. And if you don't have an appointment lined up as yet, Taurus, get in line, make some calls, and get that appointment on the calendar for this month and get to talk to them. If you're on lockdown, use the computers and get your voice heard. Looks like there is something really, really, really strong brewing here. I'm going to take the two of again the two of coins. Okay. Now I stop short when I see these deliranti. Deliranti are the delirious people. I have here the lover, amatrice, and the domestico. Now look, the deliranti, the delirious people, and the domestic, who is a sly son of a gun, they cross each other out. They cancel each other out. And what I'm looking at is those changes. I wanted confirmation on that relationship. Those changes that are in line for you and a loved one coming up. Let's take the runes to see what they can add. Okay, let's turn these all around. All right. Now, we have key nuts here, which is Merkstave, turned upside down. And I see key nuts as this warmth that will be coming, a strong, powerfully warm energy that you will have this month of May, because announces something new. It announces the start of something new. But like I said, I think this is something you are unaware of that is brewing behind the scenes on your workplace and is an offer that will be made to you. I've got Algits here, and Algits is a very new fortunate influence in your life this month. It's a protective room. You are protected. It's as if you walk around with a halo or a glow around you, and you couldn't do anything possibly wrong. Algits also talks about friendship and the importance of friendship, especially in a time when you're feeling strong and you need to share that strength. We have Gifu here. Gifu typically are gifts. They are gifts. They're partnerships. It talks to an important development in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, and this is in line with what we saw in the beginning of the reading here. And I've got here Ingvats. Ingvats is a successful conclusion. There's a successful conclusion to anything, any endeavor that takes place in the month of May. Even if it has started in the month of April, there's a successful conclusion in the month of May. There's a sense of relief. It can also signal a milestone in your life. The month of May really is important, Taurus. I just can't tell you enough. I mean, we have this divine blueprint. When the card of the divine blueprint as an oracle card comes up, it tells you your soul is on the line, and it is an awakening process. You do awaken your spirituality, and this is why you move forward in relationships and people see you and take note of you. I've got here Otala, and Otala talks about your possessions. And it was Merkstave, and it looks like to me that money is going to be a bit tight for the month of May, especially if you're not working, and especially if you have to work less, for example. And you may be consumed by the vision of how I can go forward. Try to put that on the back burner because other energies are going to arise for you. I've got here Björk Berkana, and it talks about fertility. This is Merkstave, however, like this. And it does talk about new beginnings, but if there are those of you who are waiting to get pregnant, this is not going to be the month when that happens, but other things do happen. They are behind the scenes, as I mentioned before. I've got here Tyr, which is Merkstave. There is a victory for you. There is indeed a victory for you because you're highly motivated, but it's not in a competitive game. Okay, you have your own personal victory, but it's not in a competition. There will not be, for example, an increase in money, as we just mentioned, in that position. Then we have Rido. Here we go. Rido is bright stave. And Rido is a rune of movement. Rido is the wagon. It talks of travel or movement. It's a good time to negotiate, move people, move ideas, and you are going to receive news. Last but not least, I have here Wunyo, which came up also for Aries. It's good omen, very good omen. Wunyo is joy and happiness. It's a positive outcome. It is definitely success. And, I'd like to say it has to do also about there is success as we saw, but it also has a focus on your affections. So let's keep that in mind, Taurus. I do hope this was of help to you. What a lovely reading, very dynamic. It is a great month for you. Happy birthday, Taurus. Namaste. And until we read together again, Taurus, bye-bye.